Hello guys, this is Warrior here, and we are back with a new possibility of a campaign. So, this is how this is going to work. I'm going to have three different campaigns over the next 3 Sundays that'll be released. Depending on which one gets the best support, will be how it continues. If this one gets a lot of support right off the bat, I may just shut it down and do this one. So, we'll see how it goes. So these are the Blue Mountain Dwarves. They're kind of the pike and shot version of dwarves, except for it's pike and crossbow. Um, I have it on long-term victories, which is getting rid of the Goblins of Moria, Orcs of Gundabad, Remnants of Angmar. Very hard difficulty, very hard difficulty. There is one unique aspect, which is you can choose to get the Dwarven Rings of Power, which kind of changes how the Blue Mountain Dwarves play. I will not be doing that because I think it's just utterly stupid. All it does is just make you go to war with all of the good factions and be evil dwarves. It doesn't really add anything to the gameplay, and I think the choices they don't outweigh um, what you get if you choose the good side, and we'll get to that in a minute when we actually start the campaign back. So, as I said, if you do want this to continue, put it down in the comment section, drop likes, etc. Let me know, and this will continue on. Or if you want um, one of the other campaigns, which will be out the following Sunday. Also, this is pre-recorded before I went on vacation, so it'll be out the Sunday that I start vacation. And when I get back off of vacation, I'll have a good 7 to 10 days, and then I'll put the other campaign on the weekend I get back from vacation. It'll be on that Sunday, the other campaign, which will be probably a Total War Attila campaign or a Total War Rome 2 campaign, something like that. So let's get started. This is just some generic information about that. See the Dwarven Rings choice, Hammers of Gundabad, but we'll get to that. All right, let's start. This is also going to be a very short campaign video, all likelihood. So about 25 minutes probably. Just kind of getting us started. And we should have at least one battle. Possibly two, but probably just one. Battle. Well, no, we should be able to take the village to the south pretty easily. Alright, so this is just generic stuff about the mod. This is in version 4.6, Dwarfs of Edin. So backstory on them. If you want to read it, here it is. Grimborn, this is this mythical clan of the dwarves that come back and yada yada yada. It's stupid. Barracks event. Should already know about that. To make information. These are the people who pre-start at war with each other. Alright, so you go to the elves. Get around him. Go there. That'll increase trade. Oh, we start with 6,500 instead of 8,000. So that's the main difference from very hard to that. Oh, that's good to know. Alright, so we need to get... No, not that. Where is it? There we go. We need to get preparations to start building stuff. So we need to get those in. And we need to get that in. Whack that down to low.
Aye, my liege.
We should be able to... Yep, you go there.
Aye, sire.
You all go there. You will join and go south. You will meet up, beat this force, and then assault here. So that's what we'll do. We should... Can I up you? No, we'll leave that there. Alright, so it's in turn. I think you also get negative growth penalties on very hard difficulty, if I remember correctly. The good news about the Blue Mountain Dwarves is that you do have the ability to build up your forces before you strike out. There's also some stuff I want to show you. If you've never played the Blue Mountain Dwarves, I want to show you some stuff about their later tier units. They're basically pike, sword, and one strike infantry with crossbows. You're going to fight pretty much the same armies, later. We're going to field the same armies over and over again.
My king.
Essentially. Well,
March.
you have no
Aye,
cavalry,
my liege.
like all dwarves.
Aye, noble son.
Aye, my lord. Of course, sire.
So,
I'll
go there.
continue tomorrow, sire.
There we go. How are we doing? We're one turn away. Yep. All right. And turn again. Saving up that money to get mines, because mines are crucial. We also need to get a port going for trade purposes. That'll become very important later on. So, because trade is very important for making money in this game. There we go. That was odd. I thought it was going to crash there for a second.
Yes, sire.
But it did not.
journey
Great
is
Havens. Yep, we will take that.
Honor, my lord. Aye,
Alright,
sir.
we'll fight them here in a second. Yep, that's to be expected. There we go. Alright, you. Ooh. Too expensive, hey? Alright, but can you get mines? You can. But not as much, but you can get mines. And then you get a pipe haul in there. Alright, that'll lead to some money.
Aye, my liege. Leading
Not
the
worried
men
about
with
these troops.
honor,
We'll crush
sire.
them pretty handedly.
Attack.
You'll see why. Well, this is essentially how you have to use them. You do get some low-tier armor-piercing units, and I'll discuss them on the battlefield. I don't think I actually have any Ered Luin militia. No, you don't. Alright, so you have this pike unit. This is your stock pike unit. This is your stock archer unit. Really good armor-piercing. These guys over here are low-tier shock infantry. Very good, but you can only recruit them in the Blue Mountains. These two units are your low-tier trash, but they're dwarven low-tier trash, so they're pretty good as low-tier trash goes. Here's your elite swordsman. If you choose the Grimborn, you do not get the swordsman. You get the strike infantry counterparts, which are not very good. Not very good at all. So we're gonna march. They should set up right about there. I did do a walkthrough play run where I played like the first 15 turns. Just try to get a sense of what I wanted to do in this Let's Play and the strategy that I'm going with. There's a couple different strategies you can go with when playing as the Blue Mountains. If you're going to choose the ring path, you kind of want to go ahead and get a start of beating up on the elves before you choose the rings. And kind of prepare for that. I'm not going to do that, so I'm taking a different approach. Whenever they get into range, you stop. There. He's going to be crucial early on. You too. And so are the pikes. You right there. Alright, first of all, you get back here, because they are within range. So let's draw them onto us. Get out of that. Get out of that. You move over here. And you widen your line. Because you will be a match for those bandits. We just need these laborers, because these laborers will actually do a pretty decent job against this strike infantry, privateer axeman right here. Do a really decent job, actually. Come on. Eventually, you're going to come down. You're at 4%. Alright. Oh, keep shooting at them. Alright, shoot at them. Alright. You attack them. You attack them. You swing wide. Actually, you pull back if possible. These pikes should shred them.
The battle is very much in our favor. If we
Alright,
remain
you
true
swing
and
way wide.
steadfast, Victory will be ours.
You swing way wide. No, 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 no. Keep swinging, and I want to bring you in and around and strike you from the rear. Alright, so that should give them good shots at them. How's this going? Great, but we should win that. Definitely winning it in the center. Right, come over here. You'll strike from this flank. How can you not shoot them? You're responding. That actually helps me out a lot, because now you give crossbows a clear line of sight. Crossbows are really good as long as they have a clear line of sight. If they don't have a clear line of sight, it's a problem. This is all thinning. Alright. So you're going to countercharge them.
They have lost half their men.
Good. Would you please get up there in numbers that matter? You get over there. You keep turning, keep turning that flank. These guys not losing that many is going to be good. Keep shooting them. Armor piercing bolts will be appreciated. What are you doing? Oh, you're trying to kill more of the laborers. Alright, you cease fire, because you're just going to hit your own. That's the one thing about dwarves, is that they rely heavily on heavily armored.
Look how
So when you
our
have armor
caliber
piercing,
is
it's
a
good.
clear victory.
Perfect. May your beard never go thin. Yes, definitely. Definitely, definitely, definitely. Never go thin. Is that the, that's where Gandalf defeated the Balrog. That's the endless stairs, the top of Khazad-dûm, supposedly. A artist representation of it. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Mm-hmm.
A proud victory. An honor, my lord.
We could move on them next.
We march to battle.
And we're gonna take
We
that
shall
this
hold
turn.
them to siege, sire. Aye, sire. We hold them at siege.
Alright, you need a pipe haul. That's what you need. When able to.
Aye, my liege.
Alright, so let's fight
Leading the
this.
men with honor,
A
sire.
lot of wog riders, some orc fighters, that should be plenty, so let's fight
Glory, we attack.
it. We should crush them pretty handedly. We should. The pikes will do untold destruction upon them. Alright, there. 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 You get over here. Well, actually, don't do that just yet. It'll become apparent why in a second. Alright, you there. Because they're probably going to sally out against me. Run. You run up. You're going to need to run. I know you don't run very fast. Strike them. You go there.
Our
Yeah, let's
men are winning the
charge a
battle.
pike wall.
If we continue
That'll
like
work
this,
out
we will
wonderful for
smash
you.
the enemy.
You're already losing numbers that you really don't want to lose.
The enemy general has no honor. He flees the field of battle and abandons his men.
I would break two. Alright, you move up. You go right here. Here. You and you go wide. Actually, no. You two go that way. You're gonna attack them from the rear. and you go wide. Alright, let's speed this up. Shoot them. You don't have that far of a range. First of all, pull back. Right there. Now you're not a problem, and we can shoot them with our crossbows. This is about causing minimal casualties to ourselves. It's a lot of howling. A lot of wogs are dead. That's just annoying. Alright, you get here. 2, 20, 21, 16, not too bad. Alright, you get over here. You'll see why in a second. Actually, you get right here. Speed that up. Yeah, you don't move very fast as dwarves. That's the one knock on them, is that they're sturdy. They have a higher mass, so charging them is more difficult. And they're heavily armored. And they're really, really slow. I think the fastest dwarf is the equivalent of normal human unit speed of like militia. And boom. You. You have a clear shot on them. Like an absolutely clear shot.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Let's go get them. Seriously, we're shooting right across into them. Should be doing pretty good damage to them.
Only half the enemy force remains.
That's good. You in defensive stance? No, you're in pipe. Like that one. What's left of them? Not a lot. The crossbows are working wonderful. That's a nice little spot. Because you can easily defend it. You can just put crossbows in there to flank them. It's perfect. This is an elven village, by the way. You don't see many of them dotted around the map. But you do see them in some places you wouldn't expect them to be. Them.
Our men have taken control of the city.
Yep. See, even the general is a Anduin Vale general. That's interesting.
Good tidings. The enemy general lies dead. We have set me
That's
in
an evil
awe of
man.
the victory we have won here today.
That's what he's supposed to represent. Probably. That should give me a Ered Luin militia unit, which is a sword and board unit, which is better than I think every single militia out there. For the most part, because of its high defense that it has. Mm-hmm.
Victory!
Alright,
Our most noble conquest, sire.
we'll just do that. Dwarven shield. Let's do that. And that is what we'll need to get in. Alrighty, so we just finished taking this settlement. So we're only going to be going for another 15 minutes or so, I would say. Got the mines going. Which that should bring in about just shy of 500 more monies in. So let's in turn and see what happens. Music they choose is interesting. Emissary. Yep, I'm almost there.
Awaiting your command. Yes?
What is it you wish to
To
discuss?
Minheim. Let's also see if we can get a little bit of funds out of this. Yep,
It's
accept
good
it.
to see. Well, that seemed fruitful.
Aye, sire.
Go there, move
His
east.
journey is over, sire.
Boom.
I must stop here, sire.
Alright, so what are we building here? Pipe hall, that's fine. Here we're getting that in here. Let's go with ironmongers. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to get. Let's get that. Yep, we need lots and lots of trade. That's what we need. Alright, we're getting a stone hall in.
My king.
Alright, you.
Aye, lord. Move out.
You're gonna be needed.
We've marked
So I'm
our
going to take
limit.
this settlement
That'll
that's
do 'em today,
right
sire.
here. There's a settlement right there that I want to take. Well, actually, do I want to push up and seize that settlement? Because there's a settlement here, then there's a settlement here, 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 here-ish, and there's several settlements up through the north. So we'll see. I eventually want to take this mountain stronghold because it is very rich in gold and silver, and you can make a lot of money. And it's the other part of the Blue Mountains. One part, other part, and it's separated by the sea. Okay. Can I train anybody? I could. Let's train another pike unit. I'll get those 2 units moving and take that settlement, that village to the east. And then we just need to build up, really, is what we need to do for the next probably 15 turns. Limited movement to the north. So trade will be crucial. That much is a given. Alright.
Aye, sire. Onward. Aye.
You start moving that way.
No
I'll
further today.
send some troops to assist. In a minute. Yep. Ered Luin pikes.
Aye, my lord. Yes, sire.
Alright.
His
Where
journey is over,
is...
sire.
I think it's right there.
I'll
Is where
continue to
Mitchell
move, sire.
Delving is located. 3 minutes. Alright. A port is something that I will need. Yeah, because that increases the amount of money. How about here? Not a terrible lot, but it does increase it. Pipe hall is what you need next. So you can actually recruit things out of there. Yeah, that's very awkward. Okay, this should assist and get it going, and then smokehouse is not what I need. That pig farm. We'll go pig farm and that. That should increase. There we go, and that. Yeah, that should increase the amount of money that we're making. I'll take that next settlement, and then we'll end the episode, which shouldn't take too long. It's another rebel settlement. I think it has a decent garrison in it, but it's mostly bandits, which are inferior to dwarves by a lot. Northern Dunedain. Okay, yeah, we can do that
Aye, my king.
pretty soon.
Aye, sire.
Go this way.
Of course,
I
sire.
know there's a settlement around here.
His journey is over, sire.
And then we'll go north and talk with the Northern Dunedain and get a free military unit.
My king. Move out.
Alright,
Aye, lord. Aye. Aye,
All of
sire. March. Merging armies. Aye,
yeah, that
lord.
should be plenty.
That'll do 'em today, sire.
How are we doing? We are making money. 2 turns away. To 405. Perfect. This is a very much like if you wanted a campaign to start and really not have any threat early game, this is the campaign you do. It's
Aye.
really not
Aye.
anything pressing.
Forward.
You can kind of pick and
We've marched
choose
our limit.
when to fully get involved in conflicts, etc.
My king.
It's kind of a really chill campaign, to be honest. Pop that down. Mines would be the next thing I need to go for. What does that give me? Oh, that gives me the same amount for less money. Because if you put that in and take that away, you go, yeah, it's literally the same amount, but for less money. So we'll go there. One more turn on mines. Got that going, got that going. Oh, dang it. Totally missed that opportunity. I still got 3 turns after this, so it'll be alright. That was turn 4 of that mission, so we'll talk to them and go straight to a Numinas. Because the Northern Dunedain get control of the Numinas in the auto expansion. When you don't play as Northern Dunedain, you don't get control of that.
You're on.
What is it you wish to discuss? This seems quite until we meet again.
There we go. Alright, now
Aye,
go north.
sire.
I'll go talk to
I
them.
must stop here, sire.
Mines. Perfect. Yep, that means you're up a pretty good bit, which is what we want to see. And you are getting a grain exchange, which will take 3 turns to accomplish, but will lead to more money. Alright,
Aye, Lord. Onward.
village is
That'll do
right
'em
there, I
today,
think.
sire.
And then I need to get to the force. What I have done is basically just keep these 3 settlements, get together an army, and send it south and take those mountains early. Because they are once you get mines in there, you can make a lot of money in that location. They've done some changes to it in version 5 that I know of.
Aye. Forward.
Alright, maintain.
Closing in the enemy. Aye. Starting
Destruction.
with the siege.
Pick farm.
Aye, sire. The siege goes as planned.
Alright.
Aye, my
You
lord.
have a proposition for us?
An alliance. Let's see if you'll go for that.
I do not believe. Very well. What else do you have to suggest? This isn't going to happen. Well, that seemed
Really,
fruitful.
really.
Farewell.
Aye.
The arrogance of man sometimes. Pop that in. Pop that in when able. Then you get that. And then we'll start really building. Because that'll increase you by 50, by 100, and then admin up by 5. So yeah, that'll be plenty. Strong elven culture. Oh, and Northmen? How? Okay, whatever. Whatever. Alright, it's in turn. Oh, I meant to... Dang it. Okay. I'm getting distracted. It will take a turn of depletion. So, it's not too bad. Good. Construction reports. You need roads. And eventually you do need mines. Yeah. Yeah. So you need roads in. And that. And all of this. But definitely roads. Alright.
Aye, sire. Closing in the enemy.
Ooh, 1 to 2. That's a lot of bandits. I think we'll be okay. Let's see here. You're doing okay. You're doing okay. You're doing okay. Alright, let's see what we can do here.
Aye.
Not
Aye.
expecting
Approaching
miracles.
to engage the enemy,
but
sire. Come on,
I
lads.
think we'll be okay.
This battle is ours.
It's going to be a bloody battle. Lots of dwarves will die. But as long as I use my crossbows in an effective manner, it should be okay. Let's wait. I hate fighting in fog. Alright. This is fine. You go there. We're gonna fight them. The The only way to fight the dwarves. A head-on charge. Is this. From the front. You will get right over there. Pikes are going forward, which is what I want them to do. Yeah, that's going to be a slight problem, but it'll be remedied. Form. Shoot them. That could be a problem. Ooh, yeah, we're getting ripped apart. How are they doing?
Something changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
Get close. Get close. We're just gonna have to get close. Okay. Yeah, this is not going well at all. We're slowly winning this. Slow and steady
The
wins the
enemy
race.
are badly blooded. They have lost half their men. We have
Slow
lost
and
half
steady.
our men.
Problem is the sellsword's up at the front now.
Pray something changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
As long as my general doesn't die, we should be okay.
The enemy general lies dead.
Perfect.
Let the crows have his miserable bones, and let our swords have his men.
See if we can get right there. Speed it up.
Our army is tiring.
I know. And
Our general lies slain upon
that's
the
not good.
battlefield. There's enough for everybody.
That's it, dude.
Pray something changes in the course of battle, for
Come
defeat
on.
seems almost certain.
We can still win this.
We're under attack.
Come on, shoot. We'll win this with the pikes if they don't break. And the crossbow shooting them in the flanks. Shoot him.
Pray something changes in the course of battle.
I think we'll
But
win.
defeat seems almost certain.
I think we'll win because we're shooting them in the side. Come on. Come on. Maneuver over here.
Our lord! We have lost control of the city!
Shoot the cell swords.
For everybody. The battle seems to be swinging in our favor. From such tidings does victory emerge.
Go. We're waving on time. Yes. Let's get them.
The enemy army.
Perfect.
This is a clear victory. Glory to the king! Well done, lads. We've
Yep,
won!
we're gonna have to do that. Set me back, but it'll ensure no rebellions happen. So, this has been Way here. Hope you enjoyed the episode in its entirety, and I will see you in the next one. Make sure to comment and like if you want this series to continue. Until next time, have a good rest of your day.